Pisces, this is Star with Ariana. Start with your monthly forecast for October 2024. I will use the Ideal Tarot as well as Divine Messages Oracle amongst other decks for your reading this month. For a personalized reading, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. The overall energy this month from the Ideal Tarot is the Seven of Swords. Possibly, you're someone who needs to use your tact, your intelligence to make quick progress. I think the energy flow will allow you to complete a lot of tasks, but you also need to be careful because there are going to be people who could be very deceptive, like a thief in the night. Maybe you need to cut your cords with such people. At times also it would be prudent, to accept your mistakes because, sometimes we think that we haven't erred, but then in hindsight you will realize that it is necessary to ask for forgiveness and to move on. Financial issues could also be on your mind. Other than that, work-wise, I think you need to be diplomatic. You may find yourself isolated, or a feeling of alienation could also arise. So try to be mindful of that because there are going to be people who are jealous of your achievements or your competency for that matter. The final days of September, stepping into October, I do have the Eight of Pentacles. I think in those final days you had made gains. Maybe there were sudden developments. A client had asked for your services, but you needed to be firm while dealing with them. Many of you were also dealing with paperwork, or you were busy with your hands. Your focus was also the home. Maybe repair work was underway, electrical issues may have cropped up. Obstacles to overcome this month, or the challenges, I do have the Three of Pentacles. I think like this lady, you're going to be busy. I think you need to be involved creatively. You also need to work on honing your skills, or you need to improve on your qualifications as it could reflect well on your CV. Maybe there are offers, but then it doesn't excite you. Maybe you have your reasons to ignore such offers, though others think that you're being egoistical because they think you should take up. But by and large, I think Pisces, you need to be patient. You also need to be collaborative when it comes to others. You need to accept your mistakes. Maybe you also need to shield those around you or those younger than you. Influences for October, I do have the Nine of Swords. You're going to be restless. This lady, she seems to be very stressed out. There are swords overhead, so there are situations when you feel that people are going to give you a bad name, but you're also someone who can make quick progress. You should carry on, because you have the capacity to get ahead. Even if others aren't around you, you are quite competent and you will make progress. Some respite can definitely be expected. Besides, health issues should also need to be overcome this month. Try not to stress yourself out. Find sufficient time to rest. The first 10 days of October, I do have the Queen of Cups. This card talks about your emotions. You could also be dealing with the water signs here. You yourself are a water sign, Pisces. You could also be dealing with Cancer as well as Scorpio. I think you should focus on creative matters. You should also follow your hunches, your intuitive voice. You're someone who has a way with words, so use it creatively. Maybe there is a particular female figure who is trying to undermine your position at work, but then you need to be tactful. You also need to understand that you cannot isolate yourself, or you can't have your superior tell you to work on yourself. They do expect you to do some soul searching. Well, it is ego which is essentially going to affect your relationships. I think you should put your head down. You shouldn't allow the situation to get the better of you. You may also want to quit, but then a winner never quits. In the end, or eventually, you will be proved right. But in the present circumstance, you should just carry on with your work and ignore this mischievous person. Next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th October, is the Five of Wands. At this time, you're going to be someone who can expect changes in your schedule. You have to adjust and act as per the situation, as that is allowing you to make good progress. You're also going to be very creative again at this time. Sometimes, you may also procrastinate. Maybe you don't want to oblige others around you, but then you need to do them because eventually you will do the task, so there's no point creating a fuss. It is your active mind which is allowing you to work on your ideas because there's going to be gains. Communication is also going to bring in opportunities, so make it count. Other than that, you can also expect praise and appreciation. You are going to be the center of attention. You will complete a lot of tasks. Maybe you also need to review the assignments. Pending tasks will also require your attention. Maybe you're also going to network, though it could be a bit too much for you answering queries, that is. I think your boss is also going to appreciate you, so are your co-workers. They cooperate with you. I think there are going to be jealous people around you. Maybe someone who knows you're competent could also change your plans, altering your plans at the last minute, even if you hate this. Payment is also going to come in. Maybe you're also going to benefit on account of an acquaintance who is going to recommend you to a client. With that bear card, I think finances need to be looked into. Financial gain is a certainty for you this month. I also feel that you need to save for a rainy day because the bear, it holds food when it's hibernating. The final days of the month, I do have the Seven of Wands. Another Wands in your reading. I think this is a time when you can again expect a change in your schedule. There could be disruptions at work. Maybe clients expect you to adjust, to give in to them, to surrender to what they want, but you need to be firm. But try not to be too pushy while dealing with clients. There could also be surprising offers from far off places. Even you didn't foresee these offers coming, so first time clients could also be there. Other than that, I also think that you need to seek assistance or seek divine intervention. Maybe you're also having very high expectations from yourself, but you need to tone it down. With the card Be Vigilant from the Divine Messages Oracle, the universe is definitely asking you to not let your guard down, to keep your ears close to the ground because something is also brewing behind the scenes. You also need to be altruistic and safeguard your health this month. With respect to your love life, I do have the card Limitations, Impediments, Roadblocks, Outside Influences. This is certainly a factor in your relationships this month. Maybe your family is frowning on your relationships. Some of you could be meeting up with someone in your line of work. This person is certainly impressed, but then you think this is not going to work out. Maybe you want to distance yourself from this person because you feel there are limitations, there are religious factors, there could be social factors which is also affecting this connection. This person could definitely want to stay in touch. Maybe you will reconnect with this person somewhere down the line because this is a connection which I think is not going to end anytime soon. Perhaps this person is physically attracted to you. I think you are going to be very flirtatious. You're going to play with words, and that's why this person is interested in you. Maybe on the social media also you can get attention, but be careful. There could be people who are totally new, unacquainted to you. They could be reaching out to you, but then you need to draw the line. This could also be someone from a far off place. Other than that, you could also reconnect with an on again, off again lover. Maybe the health of this person's loved one is also making you reconnect. You're going to show your concern. A friend could also want to form a deeper relationship with you, but then you don't want to be in a third party situation. You will remind that friend that you're disinterested. Besides, he is already in a committed relationship and you don't want to be someone who ruins their relationship. Neither do you want to lose out on friendship. That is why you're going to cut the ties here with this person, making it plain that you are disinterested. I just got sidetracked. This could be true for those of you who are in separation. Maybe you're a bit distracted on account of work. Maybe you realize that this is not the time to cement the relationship. Yet I think by and large many of you are going to enjoy good conversations with your person. Inner child wounds also need to be addressed this month. For many Pisces, maybe that is also affecting your relationship. So work on your relationship with your parents, your elders, rather than allow it to affect you internally, because the patterns need to break, the cycle needs to break so that you can heal from those past wounds. Maybe you're also bringing up this issue with your person. Maybe you're going to tell him that he needs to forgive his loved ones, but then that could make him recoil. Maybe it's going to touch a raw nerve in him. That is why the need for you is to be more romantic. These are issues which you need to handle very, very patiently with your person. Another thing which I'm picking up right now is that with 2 sevens in your reading, this could also mean true love is in the offing for many of you. In case you're already married, I think you need to be polite with your person. Maybe you feel that your partner is two-timing, or you could have those suspicions. So you need to talk things out rather than damage your relationships permanently. Mistrust needs to be avoided. Incidentally, your partner or your person is going to be supportive of you and will be rock solid when you require his or her help to write official mails or to make your way for some official engagement. He is going to be there. So these are things which you need to cherish this month, because the bottom line is that your person is there for you. I hope Pisces you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.